Welcome to today's video. I'm back again with an end of day trade and analysis. Today is the 15th of March, Wednesday, 15th of March. So you join me here again as usual on the daily chart of EU. So just a quick summary of today's price action from the daily chart. You can see we finished with a massive bearish engulfing, right? And you can just see from this picture we've taken buy side liquidity and delivered to sell side liquidity, which is great. We actually pierced the previous weekly low. I'll go down into the 4 hour, start building the picture. So you can see this is my 4 hour leg. This is discount. The leg starts where it swept liquidity to the left and broke for new highs. And this is the premium. So we've swept to previous daily high in the morning, taking buy side liquidity from here and here. We had already taken loads of buy side liquidity in the previous days, right? So we was due pullback, possibly to the discount of the 4 hour leg or 1 hour leg. Didn't predict it coming back this far, but anyway. It's quite usual, I know it's an ICT teaching, that the Wednesday can usually form the high or low of the week, and in this case it looks probable that Wednesday created the high, or reversal of the week, and now we have the low, right? So here on the hourly chart, this is what my markings look like this morning. So overnight from Tuesday, as you would have seen in my video yesterday, we had these sort of triple equal highs created, and we this morning and overnight created this structure here and into Asia, and early this morning we pierced and broken the previous daily high, sweeping the buy side liquidity, right? Now what are we going to do after taking buy side liquidity? We're going to go for sell side. We're going to deliver sell side liquidity. What I had here marked out was this trend line. This trend line denotes the sell side liquidity beneath all of these lows here, which create this trend line. And this was an easy trend line target. And below that was this unmitigated 1 hour order block and swing low here. So to my mind, I was expecting price to come down, either respect this order block or sweep it, which is also this sell side liquidity pointed out here, and wait for structure to see if it was going to continue bullish up into this daily imbalance here to attract price. So it was clear that we was going to move bearish for some time. This wasn't even news that triggered this, so it was a big massive bearish move today, and I couldn't get in. There was no sell presented for me per my trading plan, and that's unfortunate when you read the market and it does exactly what you want it to do. So anyway, we've come down aggressively, taken all of this sell side, disrespected this up completely. I was hoping this would be the sell side target, and this would be enough to give us what we wanted to go long again, but it wasn't. Price came down, and as you can see, this is another sell side liquidity trend line to the previous weekly low. Once price had reached this area, either today or tomorrow, once it was around here, you always saw it going for that previous weekly low. And now it's taken that, and this will be a good source of liquidity. Previous weekly high taken, previous weekly low now taken. So let's see if there's anything worth looking at on the 15-minute chart. So this is the Asia session, London, New York, right? So you can see there's a big move in the London session, and obviously after a massive move like this, New York's a bit quiet, but it swept liquidity, and now the sell side liquidity was taken, which resulted in this pullback. So back onto the hourly. What I want to see for EU for tomorrow, now that we've taken such a major sell side liquidity point, is for this to create structure. You know, we've swept here, this to create structure, and this new 1 hour leg now. I would want to see a structure created, and for that to present, you know, a buy opportunity to buy from this discount and target, you know, somewhere into the premium. I don't need to target, you know, my TP into the premium, but as long as structure presents itself and is created down here in the discount, I expect to be bullish until we're in the premium. And we've got all of these fair value gaps and imbalances to fill, which this aggressive price action has left behind. So without structure, we won't know if this is going to continue bearish or go bullish. So I'm going to wait for some bullish structure or bearish if it presents itself. Though looking at the higher time frame, I would say we're still bullish. This sweeps fine for me. I'm still bullish till we meet this area for now. This is a massive imbalance to be filled. So yeah, I'm bullish to that point. So once that structure presents itself, hopefully we can get a nice continuation bullish and be involved in that trade there. So let's go over to the DXY. So DXY on the hourly, you can see we've got this new hourly leg, same as in EU. We swept the previous daily low, which you can see happened overnight, and this is the liquidity it took here, these 3 relative equal lows that I mentioned in my previous video. I had the 1 hour POI that matched up with EU, and then this gappy gap above here, that was also a possible target, right? In the end, of course, it's gone up higher into this imbalance, which was also a 4 hour imbalance and OB, and it has stalled there. So with this being now the new previous daily high, with this buy side liquidity trend now taken, I would expect there to be a retracement for lower prices. However, DXY, unlike EU, hasn't taken its previous weekly high after taking the previous weekly low, which EU has on the inverse. So we need to wait for structure, as I said, on EU, because there's still this trend line liquidity here that could possibly see higher prices on DXY, meaning lower prices on EU. Right? So these were totally obliterated, they're gone now. And we'll wait for some structure to see a possible pullback into these into these discount areas. So back to EU, it's the similar story, right? We want to see structure, and we want to confirm that this is going to hold after sweeping the sell side liquidity, and we can go long somewhere up until the premium of this 1 hour leg, possibly beyond until this point, right? And we can be prepared for if that doesn't happen and prices were to go lower. So thanks for joining me again. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment, and I'll be back with you soon.